This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. And you better watch your mouth now.
I am a label.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, my peoples?
Good evening.
What's good? What's good?
Yo.
What it do?
Just another day.
Well, I'm glad to be back.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Me
missed.
too.
We showed
I don't
missed
think
y'all
we-
last week.
I don't think we had the full crew on in a minute.
Yes, but big ups to Jess and Shakira. They really held it down last week, and everybody else
Good
was
job,
out.
ladies.
I
Yes.
salute y'all.
Applause to them. Applause to them.
We missed you,
We
though.
appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, we're glad you're back.
And man, I am ready to get my Stephen A. Sharp on today.
Oh Lord.
Well, podcast family, welcome to the Friday Night Lights Podcast Show. We hope you are excited out there in podcast land. To everybody listening, let us know you're here and tell us where you're from.
Check in.
And if it says Facebook user, sometimes it says Facebook user, and we don't know who you are. So if you want to introduce yourself before you make your comment, we appreciate it. Thank you.
We released the 3A rankings. Let me back that up. The Friday Night Lights podcast early preseason 3A rankings. And we had some people who didn't agree with us. If y'all joining with us, let us know where your team was ranked at from what we did with our rankings, or where you think they should be. If you're not ranked, tell us why you think your team should be, and just give us a rundown on the list of what you think.
Well, what did we get wrong?
Right. I seen a lot of discussion going on about it, so we should have a lot of people chiming in tonight. And I was surprisingly shocked to see some of the Chris County fans. Haven't heard from them in
Since last preseason.
What did you say since last preseason?
Last preseason when they was in the drive-thru ordering cookies and stuff.
Right. Well, welcome back, Chris County fans.
Oh man, I forgot about that one. That is funny right there. I gotta stop drinking. That's funny.
What kind of cookies did they order?
Chocolate chip. He ordered a number, I think it was a number 2 or a number 6.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
the
what the
full
drink
order.
was. And he asked for some cookies.
I think it was number 6.
Yeah,
Number 6 with 2 chocolate chip cookies.
There you go.
Oh man.
Oh,
Hey, shout out Twin, man. Twin, I see you doing your DJ thing now, man. Shout out Twin, Al Hill, man.
Oh, he doing everything. The bike club and everything.
Yeah.
Al been busy. He been busy in his hiatus.
Man, Chris County Cougars, y'all come back, man. We miss y'all.
No, we don't. We don't miss you. But
He
you
don't
come
mean
back.
that.
Like, we miss y'all.
Don't listen to him. You can come back though. But it ain't like we miss you. we definitely got a fan base to take your place, but I'm not going there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Y'all are crazy.
So we're officially in the summer month. So you know what that means. A lot of the high school football teams are working out, summer conditioning, practices starting. So, if you guys are checking out your teams, taking an opportunity to go watch some practices or whatever, chime in and let us know what your team looking like. Hey, Jeremy.
Boy, that dang on J Money.
You gonna stop stealing?
That man got straight crickets. Everybody trying to think of what we can and cannot say to Jeremy right now. All I'm gonna say is Jeremy, and that's it.
Behave. The season ain't even started yet. Behave.
Well, we know telling Jeremy to behave is just like talking to my 6-month-old. Shakira, you got a 6-month-old, 7-month soon. You know how that is.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
And he already know what stopped me.
So talking to Jeremy is like talking to them, man. You know, it hit or miss with that. You know, that kid still don't learn, man. I mean, I see the inbox blowing up about the plagiarism, and I'm like, what's going on? Who is this Salvarez Jesus?
The crazy part is, though, for what he's trying to do, he could actually be good at it. He's just going about it the wrong way.
Thank you. That's what I said. He bring a lot of content, excitement to the show. He just do it the wrong way.
The wrong way, rubbing everybody wrong.
Yeah, let's not spend too much time on that. Moving on, because
he know where he at.
Right.
We can speak till we blue in the face. That's not gonna change. So whatever.
Well, I tell you what, y'all want to jump right on into it.
Let's get into it.
Put the jump boots on. Let's go.
Let's see where my people at. I want y'all to be on here to talk.
They're coming in.
Hey there, Keita Boone.
Keita Boone. What's going on, Mr. Robert?
Hey, Mr. Robert.
Now, real quick, with that schedule up, I saw a good friend to the show, Mr. Sean Wilkerson, put up his top 10.
Yes.
And I respect that. Everybody got their opinion. But he said Calvary Day. And I kind of hit him up on that Calvary Day. And he said per roster returning, Calvary Day has what he thinks to be the best amount of talent in AAA.
Well, he said coming back.
Coming back. That's the point. Coming back. Coming back. Now, here's my issue. Again, they boasted that roster last year of a bunch of 5A, just say stars, because everybody wasn't 5A, but you know your 3, 4, 5-star talent. But again, outside of the Benedictine game that got canceled with Calvary Day, Darty was their toughest challenge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go back and say Savannah Christian was their toughest challenge. We went down to the wire. And Darty game with the injured Cam Davis, but they ran into a buzzsaw in Cedar Grove. They weren't ready for that. I just don't see Calvary Day, even with that same roster from last year, returning, being arguably the best team in 3A. You know, show me what you do against teams outside of your region. Show me what you do against stronger opponents in the playoffs before I can start respecting you.
Facts on that.
That's a fair assessment.
My biggest thing is we know their region is wet toilet tissue. We know that. Show me what you can do out non-region wise. Put up a good non-region schedule.
But that's the biggest issue with that is Benedictine is the only team on their non-region schedule that can hold any weight. And that game got canceled last year due to the hurricane.
Yeah, it was never rescheduled either.
It was never rescheduled.
And I'm with you on that. I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm speaking in general.
Yeah.
In general, I need for Calvary Day to get a tougher non-region schedule going forward. So we know they don't have a tough non-region schedule this year. We already know that this upcoming season.
Yes.
Now, we know that they don't have a tough schedule. However, you know, I'm always a advocate of what these private schools do. They're going to recruit. So even though they're bringing back majority of the people that they had, the players that they had last year, who knows who they got added to that roster. So at the end of the day, these private schools get to do what they want to do when it comes to creating their rosters and racking and stacking their rosters. So I told Sean I can go with what he was assessing, only because I know Calvary Day is a private school. So it's not your regular public school where you kind of figure you're going to get a couple, one or two stragglers or transfers in from a regular public school. But Calvary Day, you can stack your whole team, from a different year to the next year on your roster, as new students in your school. So it just makes a difference when you're talking about private schools because they get to do what they want.
I definitely agree with that, babe. And one thing, like we said here at Friday Night Light Podcast, we know that before the season start, this is just a way too early preseason ranking. We know once the season start and rankings and rosters are put in place, where you'll start to see the transfer ins and stuff. Our formula of coming up with this way too early preseason ranking is just going off of what was lost, what we know to be on the roster right now. I'm pretty sure over the summer during these OTAs, you're going to have a lot of kids that's going to finish the transfers or move ins and things like that. And may not want to play football anymore, may get injured over the summer, and that's going to make a big difference. So we know the rankings will change before the season start. But if we just going off of what's back last year and what was accomplished and done last year, I don't see for what we was doing the rankings for right now in this summer. I just don't see Calvary Day being the top dog in 3A.
I don't either.
Now, if they get that, like you're saying, because again, you're absolutely right. They're going to definitely get some kids to come over from a lot of the public schools in Savannah and that area. We know that, when their roster is full for the fall season, we may be able to look at that roster and take a kid, say Liberty County or something, who was a stud at Liberty County, or Savannah Christian. He changed to Calvary Day, or vice versa. Then you're able to look at that roster and say, okay, with this kid on here going into the season, I can see them being ranked number here and stuff like that. Real quick, we don't lag on the Peach County and Cedar Grove rankings on this show. We're trying to spread this thing out statewide, but I'll just speak on some things that were said about Peach County. Yes, we lost our starting quarterback from last year, but we don't have that next man up who you've never seen. The kid that's replacing our starting quarterback was actually a starting quarterback at another school, and he, as a starter at that school, beat Lee County, who was ranked in the top 5 at that time. So that point is what I'm saying about how we're looking at the roster today, which might be totally different before the roster or that before the season start.
I'm sorry, because I hear what you're saying. I'm listening, and I'm looking at the comments as well. I'm not sure who this is.
Bertrand Guilfoyle?
Yeah.
Guilfoyle?
Yeah.
This ends on Thomasville are gonna be hell. Okay. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, if you're a real person.
Now, with a name like that, I don't know about that going down there in Thomas County.
Never heard of nobody like that from Thomasville. That's why I'm saying something, because they keep talking. Look like a bait trap to me, and Jeremy, you laughing, it's probably you.
It's probably
I'm gonna blame everything on you.
Yeah.
Right. He would have did better coming at one of the more common country names.
Exactly.
Hey, okay, Bertrand, show yourself, because you talking to a real Thomasvillian right here, so you got to get it on.
Right.
You must be an exchange student to say.
I'm telling you.
What's going on, Ricky Blaylock Jr., my little cousin, man?
Hey,
What's
Brian
going on?
You been spoke, but we know you won't hear. Sorry.
He say call him Bert. Yeah, we know that's somebody playing now.
Yep.
Yeah. Boy, y'all be killing me with all these fake pages.
I mean, that's high school football. Ain't none of us getting. I mean, listen, we all here to talk about it. Give our opinions, analysis, or whatever from different perspectives.
Right.
We don't have to be
incognito with that.
Exactly.
Right. Say it with your chest.
Hey, one thing about it though, sorry to interrupt you, Shakira, but have your fun now because come this fall, we will have a segment called Get 'em Out of Here. And Bertrand, you will be getting out of here right about now.
You and Jesus.
Wow. Who has this kind of time?
I mean, for real.
Right.
It's mind-boggling. Like, it's so much stuff you could be doing with your life.
Man, y'all getting off track. Y'all getting off track. Y'all getting off track.
That's what I was about to say. You keep coming trying to get us off track because it ain't even Thomasville time to shine yet. Just wait till they call our name. We'll talk about Thomasville in a minute.
I just want to wrap up. I want to wrap up the conversation on what Sean put out. Now, one thing we haven't got to yet is he put Doherty in at number 10, and we don't have Doherty ranked.
No.
So this is my question for the Doherty fans. Who's gonna help Cam Davis carry the offense in 2023?
Running back's gone.
The running back gone. Yeah, the running back gone. So unless y'all got some hidden secrets and whatever, Cam gonna be toting that load by itself.
Well, Cam lost 2 of his top 3 running backs and 3 of his top 4 receivers. And then you're losing 10 seniors on defense. And your youngest didn't get that much experience. So who's gonna help Cam? We know what you got at quarterback, running back. All he gonna do is throw screens, screen passes, deep balls, and run it.
And he ain't trying to be a one-trick pony this year because he trying to come to Tallahassee help.
Because I'm just saying, ain't no in between for Cam Davis at quarterback, and we know he's truly a running back playing quarterback. So it's either a screen or a deep pass. Ain't no in between. Who's gonna help him out?
Where is our Carver Columbus folks at? Because they had so much to say. They were so shocked that Carver Columbus was at number 6 on our list.
J-Bo will be here. I believe that. He's just a little late. But I have no doubt that J-Bo will be here.
They were like 6.
Will be here.
Yeah, I got a question for the Carver Columbus fans. If they do come on, I got a question for them about their offense. I do got a question for them on that. So
come on, Carver Columbus, because y'all had a lot of chime up in there too.
In all due respect, I'm sorry, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, this is all I'm gonna say. I don't care from class 3A on up. This is what I've noticed in my research, okay? Class 3A and up. In order to be considered a top team, in the top 5 of any class, you got to throw for a minimum of 1,800 yards off the rip. Because that means that you can keep the offense on their heels with your run or your pass. There's a lot of teams on this top 10 that ain't doing that. At Carver Columbus, I don't know if you looked at your passing yards from last year, but y'all barely threw for 900. But you expect to excel this year. How?
Don't break last year.
I'm just curious why they want that. They got some Carver Columbus coming in. I'm just curious how they want that respect factor. Like, oh, the audacity. We're number 6. You know, like
Oscar.
And I'll be like, why not 6? You better be glad it's at 6 because y'all ain't proved nothing.
Carver Columbus barely threw for 900 yards in a season.
Now, I understand, Carver. This is just early preseason going off of production from last year, returning, the amount of production you lost, all of that what Mike and Shan is saying make perfect sense on why you're number 6. Now, me personally, I kind of know some things that's going on over there in Carver Columbus, and like I said, I think they'll really push Thomasville this year. I think Thomasville still win the region, but I think Carver Columbus will be a lot better than last year. And going into the season, I personally got them ranked 4th behind Sandy Creek, Peach at 5, and then everything else underneath there. That's my personal. Cedar Grove, Thomasville. Cedar Grove, Thomasville, Sandy Creek, Carver Columbus, Peach. That's my top 5. So
You got somebody on from Carver, Columbus.
yeah, Oscar.
Oscar Miles.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. Represent for Carver.
Yeah.
Shout out J-Bo, man. Get J-Bo on, man. Tell J-Bo to come on to the show. J-Bo a friend of the show.
But yeah, that's my biggest thing though. Right now with Carver Columbus sitting at 6 is you were the only team in this top 10. Hell, you're the only team in the top 20 of 3A that barely threw for 900 yards, or shall I say that threw under 1,000 yards.
They actually came to Thomasville and gave us a run for our money.
But my thing is though, I do not see you winning contending for a state title when you can barely throw for 1,000 yards.
I'm sorry to interrupt what you were saying. You're making a good point again, but I just see we got Twin checking in. We got Twin checking in. Twin.
Got that peach in his mouth.
Really? Where them cookies at?
Hey, Twin. Talk to me, Twin. I mean, I know.
What's up, J-Bo?
J-Bo, what's good? Talk to me, Twin. Let me know why you think Peach is not a top 5 team. Let me know why you think what place y'all should be and what y'all got returning this year. J-Bo, what's good? Let us know what you think about them Tigers, man. What you think? I know we spoke personally about it, but let us know, the listeners know where you think y'all should be ranked.
All right, let me see who else he had on here. That was it because he dropped the Daresville. And put the Doherty on there, and that's the main reason why I can't run with Sean on his list. Because at the end of the day, like you said, Calvary Day, we know they're not. Once they get to the third round, they're not going past the third round again unless they come, because the bracket's going.
I'm sorry, I got a problem with them going past the second round because you're looking at a number 2 team.
You know what though? If the number 2 team they play, because we know the bracket on the playoff bracket is going to be the same. Who did they play last year in the second round? A team from what region?
Darty from Region 1.
Right.
This year, if everything goes the way we think it is, they should be playing Carver Columbus.
Yep. And I don't see them doing Carver Columbus.
Well, good luck to them with that.
So that's my issue.
Hey, Courtney.
What's up, Courtney?
What's good, Courtney? Courtney, I think you're the only person that
I can honestly play both sides of the fence when it comes to a head-to-head matchup.
Oh, no. Calvary Day is going to play Team 3, so they might end up playing Doherty again.
What do you mean by that, yo?
Well, we try not to speak on it so much, but it's just the Cedar Grove Peach County connection. Courtney got ties to both, so he.
He got fam in the area. Hey, Nick Barkley. Oh my God.
Hey, what's going on?
Where you been, Nick?
Good evening, all.
Okay, good assessment, Al. Al say they need help at quarterback. He said they would be better on defense this year. So, do you think y'all are worthy of a top 10? Or do you think that's something y'all will have to work towards? Nick.
And be honest, Al.
Yeah, be honest. Nick, what you think about the Upson Knights? What you think about them? Where you think they should be ranked?
Hey, Marika.
Hey, sis. What's going on?
We got the Peach County Trojan Touchdown Club president on.
Booster Club now.
I'm going to sign up when I get my next check, sis.
Hell no.
No.
So, here's my question for y'all. We figure Thomasville going to win the region. Carver Columbus going to take second. Do we feel Doherty going to take third? Or you think it's going to be Chris County?
I say it'll be a toss-up.
Toss-up. There you go, baby.
I'm going with toss-up.
Okay. So with that being said, that's who will play Calvary Day in the second round. That third team out of Region 1 is going to play Calvary Day in the second round.
In the second round, you got your 2 and 3s playing. I mean, your 1 and 4s and your 2s and 3s.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I'm looking at the bracket right now. Region 1, Team 3 is going to be in that same quadrant with Calvary Day.
That second round going to eliminate some really good teams because you talking about 2 and 3 teams is in regions that got some really good teams. So some of those teams going to get eliminated early because of how the bracket is set up.
So yeah, it's a Calvary Day. I think they're gonna make it past the second round if they playing either one of those two teams, either Chris County or Doherty. They should get past one of those. They should get past both of those teams.
Nick said they running the spread at Upson Lee. Okay, Upson Lee, y'all must got some offense.
Al, I was with you when you spoke honest about y'all got to earn y'all spot. I was with you when you said, y'all was young and y'all going to be better on defense and all of that. You lost me when you said, don't be surprised if y'all number one.
Damn sure lost me. Can we cuss or not? Because what?
Columbus and Thomasville?
Ain't no way.
Yeah, y'all be fighting for that 3 spot, Al. Be honest. If Doherty got something this year, y'all be fighting for that 3 spot.
Well, we know they got Cam Davis, and Cam Davis is worthy of a 3 spot by himself. If he had anything over there helping,
now, twin, we miss y'all, but don't shoot for a spot that ain't yours.
It got Thomasville's name on the babe.
And stamped.
He can look, sis. He trying to think big preseason.
I'm sorry.
He trying to get them hope. He trying to get that team hope.
Wherever you was ordering food from that day, you probably should go back there today if you thinking y'all gonna be at the top.
So
Thomasville.
Look at Nick Barkley assessment.
And don't forget the cookies.
Nick Barkley said Chris haven't been the same since Cedar Grove went to Cordell.
He'll say he taking all bets right now.
Now you know what? I got 2 children and I don't ever gamble. What's up? I'll take the bet.
Hey, but a gamble is a risk.
Now, I don't mind because I got I'm confident in my dog. So whatever he talking about, I'm glad to take his money. The little DJ money, the biker club money, wherever you get to stop eating them cookies, we gonna need that money.
To gamble is to take a risk. It ain't no risk that Thomas get Chris County, so you still ain't gambling.
And we going to Cordell.
Yeah, and y'all still got to get y'all. You talking about Thomasville? Y'all still got to get past Carver
and Doherty.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I don't see Chris County cracking the top 15 at all this year.
I won't say that. I see them hanging around 12, 11 because
I think they'll creep up a little bit. But
they got a non-region schedule that they'll make some noise on, and they'll win a couple of games in a tough region. The tough is in 3A, if you ask me. So they'll make a little run. They may sniff the top 10. One of them.
Who lost everybody, Al?
We did too, Nick Barker. We tried to put an APB out on them. We know where them jokers had hid and start, hiding that because we didn't hear from them since last year. It's a whole nother year, new year, everything. We ain't heard from nobody from Chris County.
Preseason.
Man,
he said welfare check.
You know what? Chris County gonna start the year out 0-2. They might start. Yeah, they gonna start the season 0-2.
I know they got Northside of Warner Robins and who else?
No. If the schedule on the site is right, they start off with Dooley County, play Westlake.
Well, they won.
They 0-2.
No, they'll beat Dooley.
Yeah, they'll beat Dooley. But I think they do play Northside, don't they, this year?
I think they got Northside.
Yeah, they play Northside. Yeah, they got Northside.
That's third game?
Nah, that's the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's our third game.
Oh, so I forgot. Then don't they play a couple of region games before they play another non-region?
No. What I'm looking at is start off with Dooley. Let me see. They go to Dooley.
1-0.
Westlake.
1-1.
Westlake comes to them. They got Lovejoy at home.
1-2.
They got Sumter at Sumter.
2-2.
Then they go play at whoever Southland Academy is.
Oh my God.
That's in Americas.
Yeah, that's 3-2.
Yeah. And then they got Northside coming hhome.
3-3 start region play.
And then after that they open up region play against Doherty.
3-4.
Then they got Monroe, 4-4.
Well,
Carver Columbus,
4-5.
They got Columbus,
5-5.
and close the season out with Thomasville. So they going 5-5.
So somebody right. What we counted too many games. Is one of those.
Al said, right? Y'all saw what
he
Al.
did.
He said I didn't have anything to speak on last week.
You damn sure didn't. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be true.
And look, that was a good time too, Al, not to speak, because look,
that was the most truest statement he made. Since
right. I was shocked. I was like, we ain't heard nothing from like Chris County. They out there pinching people or doing anything, like nothing being said or done about Chris County, what they were doing, how they were playing, nothing.
It's the Southland Academy on your schedule for me though.
Yeah,
that's
Jess, you or Shannon read what J-Bo said. One of y'all read.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. I feel like we should have been ranked number 4, nothing less than 5. We have a lot coming back. We lost 2 linemen on offense. We have 2 true quarterbacks, but they're young. Our backfield is loaded. Wide receiver core is one of the best we've had in years. Our defense will be good as well. We have a question mark in our secondary. We had one of the best defenses in 3A, and we will do the same this year. We have a lot of depth as well. Great job with the rankings. 3A Region 1 is still the toughest.
Big
I
up,
agree.
big up.
Great.
And he talking about Carver Columbus.
Why you worry about us, Al? Yes, he's talking about Carver Columbus.
Okay.
I don't know what they returning, but I agree with him about Region 1 still the best.
This is my question for J-Bo.
That's what I said I agree with.
Hold on, here's my question for J-Bo. J-Bo, who's gonna be QB1 for y'all? That's number 1.
Either way, Mike, they both young.
But
so they probably fighting for the one spot.
The only quarterback you got returning from last year was a freshman that threw the ball 4 times and completed 1 pass for 2 yards.
Y'all are forgetting who this is, though.
Thank you. That's the point.
I'm with you on that. I'm not talking. We're talking about the state at the end of the season. Right
now. Agreed.
Who would be QB1? And can they throw the ball for more than 1,000 yards?
Got a service announcement. Y'all can support me by sending stars and help make money with content. And the cash up is FNL Podcast Show. You can send me stars, and you can also send FNL Podcast stars as well to help us grow. Thank you.
Thank you for that commercial.
But that's your biggest question mark coming into the season is who's going to be your quarterback. Both battling for a starting spot might end up playing both quarterbacks.
If you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have none. Don't do
right.
That.
That's what I say. Because one got to be a definitive one.
Thomas went through that last year and see how we ended up. I think we made the best decision, but when you start your season with 2 quarterbacks, you asking for trouble.
Yeah, because you got to provide your offense with a rhythm.
We did the same.
If they bounce it back between 2 quarterbacks, a lot of these players, work better with some certain quarterbacks than they do other. And and that can jack a whole team up. We've seen it at Peach before.
Yeah, we did when it happened with us, and then he ended up at Cedar Grove and getting the ring. So yeah.
So my question is, so my next question for you, Oscar or J-Bo, is this: Is Dante Child breaking out this year? That's all I want to know. Is your running back Dante Child gonna break out this year? That's my next question for you.
Yeah, twin, we know that. Y'all talked about it right after y'all ordered them cookies. And directly after that, y'all didn't say nothing else until now. So don't be hopping in here acting like we just overlooking y'all.
Were hurt because the year before when we was talking about all them seniors on Peach was hurt. You weren't trying to hear that. So we ain't trying to hear it either.
And let me address this too. You said Peach didn't have a lot to talk about either. But here's the thing. We might not have had a lot to talk about, but we were still here. Where were you?
And we were still representing. We were still representing.
Because win, lose, or draw, you can't shut me up. But you know.
That certain fan base took their tail and hid and ran. They just coming out of hibernation. It's damn near summer. And they've been in hibernation since the winter.
I'm gonna come back to J-Bo, but like Marika said, tell Al to stop the excuses. They want to be bullies and ain't. That's the biggest
period, sis.
J-Bo says it's a QB competition. Both of them look great. They both can throw over 1,000 yards. At quarterback, no one has separated themselves yet. We have 7-on-7 tomorrow, so we will see. Okay.
Yep. That still don't sound good.
Yeah, but it's still early. I give them the benefit of the doubt because it's June. Yeah. But by August, if you still talking about they still competing, yeah, I'll be concerned.
I'm just saying like this. If Thomasville was still in 2A, or if Thomasville didn't have the team that they have returning, Carver Columbus will be the all-out favorite to win Region 1. But because Thomasville is in there, I got you number 2. So I know they'll figure that quarterback situation out, and there's a lot of other things they got going on that they're going to be okay. But right now, I got them at 4.
Well, okay, so how are they mentally? Because, like, last year, y'all were quite talented, but y'all didn't come to play until the second half. Y'all can't keep doing that. So hopefully y'all have gotten that mentality.
Yeah. And the penalties killed them.
Yeah.
Hold on, who we talking about?
Carver Columbus. Penalties killed them last year. You got to grow from the penalties. You got to grow those players up because penalties will hurt you, especially against a team that's good like Thomasville and some of the others in your region.
So, I mean, if y'all have gotten that squared away, and yes, you're right, Marika, you should be leaning toward one or the other, but I'm on,
It cost them against a team like Northeast last year.
It did.
So you can't afford losses like that be considered in the top of 3A. Carver, you had the talent. You didn't always put it together. It was the Dr. Jekyll like the other team we talked about. One day you might show up and look like you can run for a state champion. The next day you look like you should be playing single A ball.
Right, hot and cold.
Yes.
Well,
but that's a discipline thing, though. When you minimize those penalties, that's a discipline. That's a team discipline thing, and that falls right on coaching.
So I trust that you all will have that squared away this year, and it won't be an issue. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
Somebody read Hill's last comment, please.
Chris beat Carver all over the field last year. Look it up. Oh, you talking about everywhere but the scoreboard? Okay, we gonna check them statistics.
And Thomasville still beat both of y'all.
So in other words, he talking about everywhere except for where it matters at.
Okay, Oscar says I agree.
Here's my take on it. So Thomasville was questionable last year because, of course, excuse our nephew in the back. He's having a moment. Thomasville was questionable last year because we were new to the region, or we were returning back. However, whichever way you want to put it. The thing is, now we did have the year prior, we had a championship or a state game worthy team. It didn't end the way we wanted it to end, but we had players that were left from that team that, produced last year. So now we are the next year. Thomasville is coming. We'll take names later. We really ain't even interested in asking questions.
Go down.
We are where we are in the rankings for a reason. I do think it won't be because somebody said the last show when it was me and Jess that Thomasville gonna surprise them, and I agreed then. But it won't be a surprise, like she said, because we already came and did what we were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Don't count us out, and because nobody hasn't really said that we shouldn't be here. However, everybody's pleading their case, and you got the Carver Columbuses and just them really, because ain't nobody else saying nothing. We're here to stay until they move us again.
Okay.
You're going to have like 5 to 6 years of us.
Well, with that being said, we're going to take a 25-second break, commercial break, and we're going to come back, and whoever in the comments from the other schools in Region 1, if you want to come in and discuss it, come on live with us, let us know, and we'll send you the link, and we'll go from there. We'll be right back.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yeah. Checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday and Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
I have to go see a man about a minute.
And you better not lose.
Do you see that, Shakira? He said, Oscar said nephew sound like he a Carver fan, not a Thomasville fan.
Bump nephew, I'm talking about after him because I saw that. And guess what? We actually moved to Tallahassee from Phoenix City. So he could have been, but no. Real talk. First of all, because I see my counterpart on here shouting me out as well. It's the twin. Talking about Thomasville and all that. We enough. We beat y'all.
How to say your road dog name? Or how you pronounce her name? You want to say
Ramona Hill. First, that's her name is Sylvia.
Okay.
Look, so what I liked about Thomasville last year, they started off a little bumpy, and when they got in their rhythm, they was like unstoppable.
It's the preseason. I mean, not the preseason schedule, but like the pre-region schedule. We don't back down from a challenge. If we lose, we lose. We take what we take from that and we build on it.
But you got to also look at who you guys was playing too.
And the fact that you had a brand new coach.
A brand new coach and a brand new quarterback.
Brand new coach, freshman quarterback, a tough start.
And a tragedy. So all of that.
Strong enough to win that region, and that's why I picked Thomasville from the start.
I mean, they had a lot to battle with last year.
A lot. We was the start of somebody else's problems, and as you can see a year later, they still going on. So yeah,
exactly.
Bless your heart. So okay, so all the guys were hurt on Chris County last year. They still hurt, or they gone? What are y'all gonna do, Al?
Well, while Al's thinking on that one, while Al's thinking on that question, here's my thing with Thomasville. And this is why, one of the reasons why we put Thomasville at number 2. All right. 1, last year, with everything you had going on, you went 2 and 3 in the region. I mean, on your non-region schedule, you went 2 and 3. You got the same teams on your schedule again this year. At the worst case scenario, y'all should come out to non-region as 3 and 2. Worst case scenario.
2 losses being to who?
I'm sorry, I only see 1 loss. I only see Bainbridge being a problem. Brooks, Thomasville.
Brooks is not a loss. If that's one of the 2.
No. Brooks gonna be a win. TCC gonna be a win. I'm flipping a coin between. You should beat Tiff.
And you're going to beat K-Row.
That's why I said, hold on, what I said, worst case scenario, 3 and 2, right? If you had a slip up between Cairo or Tiff.
Yeah,
Cairo.
first of all, we told you last year it's Cairo.
Right.
I'm still saying. I'm still saying.
Some
Cairo,
Cairo.
Egypt.
It's Cairo.
He need to come down
Georgia.
south a little bit more.
It's the South.
Some.
You a city boy, baby.
Al, I like expensive lunches, so make sure mine is Longhorn Steakhouse.
If we don't win 7 games,
That's not a.
Well, and I like steak and lobster.
Oh no, Fogo, this show for me. I'm going easy on you. Fogo,
Auntie, Longhorn ain't expensive.
I just need to go somewhere where they have shots. I need to take some Hennessy shots.
It's expensive for lunch. He talking about buying lunch. I don't want no 10-piece wing and fry. I want me some damn Longhorns for lunch.
I want Fogo the show.
Y'all know that Auntie, y'all already know my sister. So if she said Longhorns, she know what Longhorns is because she eats good. She don't just eat no Longhorns for lunch. That is expensive lunch, babe.
So
You
listen,
ain't finna be trying to order no 10-piece wings for all of us tonight if they don't.
Y'all see Jeremy playing in y'all face, right?
No pizza. I'm ignoring him.
Well,
Alan Clanton, what you mean?
The FOU, what you want to know?
Yeah.
What this are you referring to?
Yeah, speak or forever hold your peace, boo.
Cause if you like to show up to stadiums, I would gladly welcome you, Mr. Clinton.
Ooh, I had to realize.
Mike Bert said gonna call him out by his name, but this guy saying Cairo instead of Cairo.
That's what I'm saying. That Jeremy.
Y'all know I do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, you mess up a name real quick, Mike.
Hey, just like I say, Warner Robinson.
Warner Robinson. He'll mess up a name real quick.
And it was another one. Lowndes. Yes, my baby.
What's up, Mr. Lee?
Hey, Dante. What y'all basing that rank off of?
Okay.
This is preseason.
I know that Dante, get off.
You can stay, Dante, but we have.
I'm kidding. He knows he can stay, but don't come over here asking no questions like you about to get some straightening.
You just come back when we do 6A. You come back when we do 6A. How about that? I bet you. TCC
oh yeah, it's coming, Dante. It's coming.
TCC won't be number 2.
Oh no, TCC will be down this year.
Nowhere, not even sniffing the rankings.
No, well, they will. They will be third in the region, though. We'll give them that much.
They should have went farther last year. They had the team to do it last year.
You know, they'll be third behind Hoko and Lee County.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
Still waiting on Mr. Clanton to respond. Come on, Mr. Clanton.
He got 5 minutes. We actually got 3. And now we moving on.
Dante, what you doing? Excuse me, y'all, but Dante, what you doing on here? You don't even be around these parts. You just like a good old argument.
Don't came out the South group
really
over here.
But we welcome you. Like, thank you.
Welcome, Dante.
Share it and invite your friends. What's Shantae at? Tell them to go and get them lead kind of folks on here.
Oh, so Dante, you don't believe Hoko is the hype other than their quarterback?
Anybody going against TCC, he don't believe they ain't got nothing. So don't.
That's that yellow jacket fever.
It is, and I really don't like that for them.
Well, I sure hate to bust his bubble then, because Lee County is the truth besides AJ Hill. And if you think about it, against North Atlanta last year in the playoff, and against Perry, where Hoko beat Perry, nobody really talk about the running back who's returning, who had over 200 yards on both of those, where AJ Hill didn't have good games. So, and you got a D1 receiver.
So
from AJ Hill. So yeah, Hoko is loaded.
So my question is, where is that game being played? Where is TCC and Lee County playing each other at this year? I need to know because I went to one
that would
game
be.
and
Yeah,
they kind of
go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
made my dad lay down his religion. I was an adult looking at him like, should I punch this nigga? What are we talking about? What's going on? Like, Daddy, what? But yeah, no, I do not. Lee County, they got the good athletes, but I don't ever suggest anybody going there.
Right. It's hard beating Lee County at Lee County.
Very difficult.
They lost, and they still was talking trash. That's why I was confused. Like, what is this?
So let's see. Because and I'll bring this
Thomas
up.
County Central goes to House and hold on, who's talking about them playing?
No, you look like Lee County go to Thomasville
To play Thomas County Central.
Yes.
It's at the Nest. Okay.
Yeah, Lee County go to TCC.
So while we're on that, I'm just gonna put this out in podcast land. Guys, your Friday Night Lights podcast crew. Most of us are from Middle Georgia or from Atlanta or Cedar Grove, but this year we want to kind of get to other parts of the state. So you might see us at one of the big games. So we'll probably put out some games every week, and you kind of tell us where you want us to show up, and you just might see us there. So I just wanted to put that out there. This looks like it might be.
Hold on, I need to tag on to what she said because most of them are Middle Georgia and
Thomasville, baby.
And then it's just me down here by myself. That's why I'm asking Dante what he's doing on here. But Dante, Dante actually works for a news station, and he may not be like in the sports department, but he can contribute as well instead of being like somebody that's always against what somebody got to say.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you do that for us?
Put your pettiness to the side, Dante,
and give us start giving us some insight on what's going on down there in deep
Jacket Land.
And he's actually in the Savannah area.
Oh, so you're over there in the Savannah area, so you can peep out some of this stuff.
Exactly.
Schools over in Savannah Christian, Calvary Day,
exactly.
Thompson, all those schools over there that we kind of give highlights to on their games.
Yeah. So
y'all see this bullshit?
Oh, what?
The fuck is this? If you don't like this shit, remove yourself.
Oh, we already addressed.
We already addressed it. He ain't came back. I think he just jumped on and jumped off.
Okay. I ain't know y'all addressed it.
Yeah, we did. Who do y'all have Langston Hughes versus Carrollton game? I don't know, but that's one of the games we're
that's gonna be a definitely game to watch.
Shakira, who on your
so you make sure you give us your insight on what goes on down there in Southeast Georgia. So if you're covering the Savannah area, do you go over to go as far as Brunswick? Do y'all cover Brunswick? Because it seems like I'll be in the Savannah market too. So
he do.
Deshaun.
What you calling my name for, EP? Hey, Sean.
What the heck D Suggs been? He been hiding too.
I was gonna ask you
somewhere lying.
I was gonna ask you to find someone down there in that area with you that can help you out.
Okay. The perfect person was on the live. She might be gone now. I get her.
Okay. So, hello, sports fam. Hope all is well with everyone and that everything is going well. Been very busy at the funeral home and haven't had a chance to see the team. The weather messed up the spring game and time was changed at the last minute. But from what I hear, we've got a lot of young studs and 2 quarterbacks that can start easily, and our backfield is loaded. Childs isn't all we have. We'll have fresh legs every down. Lines are still good, but I haven't seen them yet. So when things slow down for me, okay.
Yeah, J-Bo's son gonna be running that gonna be carrying that thing next year too.
Okay. Brunswick is more south. They get coverage during the playoffs. But so how far are y'all from like Appleton County and Reedsville and all that? Y'all talk that money move. I know that's right, Deshaun. And the funeral home is a recession-proof business. Make that money, man.
What, Jeremy? What you want?
All right, let's look at the list and dissect this list and speak on some of the other ones.
Yes, because
Savannah Christian would be one that I want to talk about.
And I want to talk about Adairsville because I don't know anything about them, which
we're gonna get them.
Point. So
we're gonna get them. All right. So here's my thing with Savannah Christian, and this was my input on one. Their running back production and receiver production is coming back. The only question mark for them on offense is who's gonna be the quarterback. That's the only question you really got for Savannah Christian on offense. On defense, they only losing 3 impact players. And they got a nice little 2025 class down there.
Yeah, I figured they'd probably be like a definitely a surprise team, a team you definitely can't sleep on. Because they played fairly well last year. However, they wet the bed in the playoffs. So,
well, I ain't gonna say they wet the bed in the playoffs. They just ran up against a juggernaut in the playoffs. If I ain't mistaken, yeah, they lost to Sandy Creek.
Yeah, but they had came off that big high of beating Peach, and they just thought they had did everything.
Well, down 3 starters, so I'm gonna say that.
Hey,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, they had like that with UGA.
So we'll see. I definitely think they'll probably be a team to look out for, though.
They should be.
No Georgia fan didn't say that when I said that.
No, the national champion fans didn't say nothing.
No. But in my mind, we already know Savannah Christian gonna take number 2 out that Savannah region. We already know that. Can they stop?
That right there, I kind of got to disagree with, because, like I said, Calvary Day and Savannah Christian came down to the wire last year. I wouldn't be surprised if Savannah Christian don't beat Calvary Day this year.
And that's what I was about to say. Can they shock 3A and beat Calvary Day, and win the region?
I think so.
Well, that game, hey, you know what though? Hold on, let me see something. When they play, we will find out October 20th. Oh, no. I'm sorry. We'll find out September 22nd. September 22nd is when they play. And they play at Savannah Christian. Wild card team in 3A itself.
Yeah.
You really? I got my opinion on that one, but I'm gonna let everybody else go.
We want you to, you be rubbing shoulders with the Wizards, so you have a sixth sense. So why don't you give us your opinion?
I just wrote. Who y'all think it's gonna be?
Savannah Christian.
It might be a Darricksville.
No, Savannah Christian.
It might be a Darricksville.
Savannah Christian. If I'm gonna throw it out there early, Savannah Christian.
Yeah.
I say Chris Catter. They're gonna shock the world.
I would go with what Mike said, Savannah Christian, especially if they were turning a lot.
Well, you still thinking about who I say arguably is the best running back in the state. It all depends on what they got to play with him. But I think the Mayor Person gonna be the surprise team in 3A this year. Because Duke Watson is a man.
Yes, he is.
And it's his last year. So I expect him to go out with a bang.
But we ain't gonna say nothing about that. Come on, baby.
Okay. We already know the issue is with Mayor Person, but okay.
Savannah.
What that issue is, bro?
They got the other twin. No,
we got the other. Oh my
they
God!
Coming out, boy! They coming out. Bring them out.
Hey, Muffy, how are you? Long time no hear. Welcome.
Jeremy said,
"Hey, Muff."
Jeremy said, O'Connor.
You know what? I don't disagree. I was thinking about that.
O'Connor surprised people every year. So
See,
I've always said they're well coached and disciplined team. They may not have superstars, but they are definitely a well coached and disciplined team.
Here's my problem with every person. Dude, Watson is all they got.
Well, I'm gonna put it out there. Whenever team need a running back, a fullback, I got 2 or 3 touchdowns in me left. I'm willing to go out there and make it happen.
First of all,
what you gonna need? You gonna need your breathing machine at the end zone.
An ambulance. No need breathing machine won't help. You need a whole ambulance, a whole
defibrillator at the end zone,
a medical surgical team. Not to mention that you deem the whole team ineligible because your old ass ain't got no business out there.
Right. And we ain't doing no mouth to mouth.
To be honest with you though, I done lost some weight. So, I don't lost some weight. I look young now, so they won't
No. No. I want you to go out there and not even after practice one day when you out there with Matthew, ask him to line up with you and see what you do. That'll cut all of that out. And Matthew gonna go easy on you because you're his daddy.
I ain't gonna even go out. I was just talking. Just hearing conversation.
Zoe says Cedar Grove will win it easy this year, and y'all know how hard that was for me to say. Yeah, that was hard for you to say, friend.
Yeah, we'll give you that one. All right. So somebody brought up a Coney and some BS talk. Who was that? Jeremy brought up a Coney.
Mm-hmm.
Man. One good thing about a Coney is they do have their QB1 coming back. Say what?
No, somebody said I'm gonna need the whole hospital.
Yeah, for
sure.
Hospital.
Entire. And I ain't talking about the little bitty hospital. I'm talking about Piedmont, Emory.
EP, look at J-Bo message on there by his donation. Carry on, Mike. I'm sorry.
All right. So with a Coney is bringing back a lot, right? They bringing back their quarterback, bringing back both running backs. My problem is though their receivers didn't make no impact last year. So with that being said, you got a few senior leadership. You got a few people at leadership that are rising seniors, but that overall though their offense is gonna be young, and their offense is gonna need to grow up quick. But on defense, they lacking defense, so they losing a whole lot of production on defense going into 2023.
Hey, Jeff.
And in order for that offense to be successful, that defense is gonna have to step up and help that offense by allowing that offense a chance to rest.
Marika has a good question. Oconee wouldn't be a surprise, would it? I think we need to, hey, Honcho, I think we need to kind of define what we're talking about. Is there a difference between a surprise and a wild card? Because to me, a surprise is they're coming out of nowhere and they're shocking us. A wild card to me would be somebody like, and I ain't trying to be a homer, it would be somebody like Peach County. Like, we don't know what we're going to get. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't put Peach. You can't do that. You can't put Peach in that category.
They're wild. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I guess that's just an example. So that my question is, is there a difference between wild card and surprise team?
In my mind, they both the same.
Okay, I was just asking.
And I can't even say. Okay, somebody just who's that? J-Bo asked why Carver Atlanta ain't ranked. Do you know what Carver Atlanta lost? Carver Atlanta lost 5,700 yards worth of offense.
Yeah, that's why we didn't put them in the top 10, J-Bone.
And guess what? That was out of 6,100 yards. They lost 94% of their offensive production.
Savannah Christian is always a wild card because they are a recruiting team. Yeah, we've been.
Yeah, so is Cavalry too.
Jeffrey Murray, where you from?
Yeah, tell us where you're from, Jeffrey, and welcome to the podcast.
And then on top of that, defense.
Welcome.
And then Carver Atlanta's defense is going to be very young this year.
Barry asked, how's Calvary Day number 3?
Okay, here's my question to Barry Van. And this is the same question we asked ourselves when we came up with this ranking. Who's better than them top 4 teams right now in 3A? The top 4 teams you see in 3A, who in 3A are better than them?
Well, me personally, I got to put Sandy Creek and Carver Columbus over Peach and Calvary Day.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Now, with that being said, what you got, EP?
Some just came to me since y'all said that y'all gonna be going to them games on the outside. So we won't be able to do after the game show because y'all gonna be on the road. So we gonna have to get it in Saturday.
Don't worry about that. We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
we're gonna make that happen.
We got cell
because
phones.
the whole team won't be at the game,
and we got cell phones. How y'all think I talk to y'all a lot of time?
Exactly. We good on that.
Mike, answer the question. How's Peach number 4?
How's Peach number 4? Like I say, give me another team that's better than those top 4 teams right now. And yo, I'm not talking to you. I know what you're thinking. But Zoe, who in 3A is better than those top 4 teams right now?
I know who ain't.
See, I was gonna throw the jab at him, but since you already put it out there. But that's and that's our biggest question. Who's better than those 4 teams in 3A right now?
And
Sandy Creek. In my mind, Sandy Creek is not one of the top 4 teams in 3A because of what they lost.
And
Not only did they lose key players, they lost a coach and a staff.
Yeah, and guys, if you're just joining, this is a preseason assessment. So we're looking at the team, what they lost, what they're bringing back, and made an assessment on this for preseason. However, this will change, become regular season time frame. So, this is just discussion based off preseason and an assessment on what these teams are bringing back, what they lost, and their stats from last year.
Now, Barry, you are right. Coach Peach did lose a coach, but look at the coach they gained. That's what we took. We took that into consideration. Coaches being lost, coaches leaving, new coaches coming in. But when you look at the coach that Peach County got, one, he only went a few exits down the road. So it ain't like he came from out of state or a whole different part of Georgia. So he know the area, he know the players in that area.
Only one exit.
And on top of that, we're under the assumption that players came with him.
I don't know that to be true.
That is not true. That's against GHSA rules.
That's why I said under assumptions, some players made some bona fide moves and transferred under assumptions.
Here's the thing, Barry. Peach lost a quarterback
and gained one.
The quarterback that they gained came with his dad, and he was a starter at a bigger school in a higher classification. So that's not really a huge loss. And the backups aren't bad either. So.
And like I said, if you want to know who that quarterback is that Peach has gained, go back and look at that Northside and Lee County game. This is not a freshman quarterback, a sophomore quarterback who was sitting the bench. This was a starter for a 6A program who got film studies to show that he's going to be okay in the offense that we are running at Peach County. But again, I still have them at number 5.
So Dante, the list this is the most accurate list that we have. Again, this is a pre-season poll. We're just going off of the information that we have at this point. Now, we know that things happen, things change. But right now, based on what we know, think of it as the way too early predictions. This is
right. It's the assessment. And so we hear you. He said Big Chris got the players, but not the coaches.
No,
we been knew that. We been knew that.
No, not that ain't so.
2 years ago when he got the job.
These folks about to run their blood pressure up about these rankings.
About preseason rankings.
That's the smartest thing you said all day.
I know. Jeremy making a post that makes sense.
How is Carver number 6? Where should Carver be? Sound like to me, so you trying to wonder why Chris is not ranked. Is that what you're trying to get to the question you really?
And if that's the case, it's gonna ask the question because
right,
Florida State is not playing softball, and my attention span is limited.
So you missed that conversation, but we'll gladly repeat it.
Yeah, we definitely know why Chris County ain't ranked. That's for sure. For one, y'all ain't got no quarterback. When I was telling y'all last year, let the sophomore play.
I know we got a lot of work. Let them go 4-0. You ain't gonna be able to shut them up.
Been told y'all all season long, let AJ do what he do in space and play that sophomore quarterback y'all had.
Well, we know they're going 4-0 because they got something in they have to show.
Look, so your twin already said that when y'all win 7 games, he buying all of us lunch, and I asked for Longhorns. So make sure you get my Longhorn.
I asked for Fogo the show.
What you say? Them coaching 1 star 3 years ago, huh?
And what?
Oh, we going to state. We got some championship coaches coming in from Atlanta.
Yo, baby. And then they got on then when they didn't, the offensive coordinator was trash. And then when they got a little better, he wasn't trash. We gonna run this thing.
When Miguel got there, they was excited.
We going to state. We going to state, baby. Finish the drill. Finish the drill.
Yeah.
No, they ain't fired their coach. Their coach left.
He left to go to Ohio State. Now he's in Birmingham, right?
Mm-hmm.
With UAB, right?
Yeah, at UAB.
Pat wasn't that big. You know what? I'm not even saying that. Leave that dude alone. Well.
Nah. What y'all was saying last year? We ain't gonna miss a beat. We gonna win region. Mm-hmm. Y'all, yep. As we predicted on here, y'all was fighting for them cookies at number 4.
I sure do miss that. Y'all know he gave y'all that game.
Yeah, God. We back on that zone.
When Chris beat Peach MP, they acted like that. The Super Bowl, talking about state. Yeah, like they won the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh. They didn't want to hear we had injured players, and then the first thing Al come on here, all our players were hurt last year.
Mm-hmm. And here, folks that had left the group were trying to get back in after they won and stuff.
Yes.
All right, so
off page, y'all. I mean that other page that y'all don't really have.
But we miss y'all, Chris County folks. Y'all keep it interesting for sure.
All right, so everybody want to know why we got a Daresville up here at number 9, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah. All right, so here's my take on the Daresville, right? They only really lost a running back last year. That's from last year's team. That's all they really lost was a running back. That was an impactful player. So, but they got their quarterback returning. They got, they really didn't throw the ball that much, so the receivers really wasn't that much of an impact, so I ain't worried about them. But they got the QB1 and their running back number 1 coming back. And then on defense, they really only lost four players. And they got 2 studs, one at linebacker, one at defensive end that's coming back. And even though their defense is going to be young, that young defense got a ton of experience last year. So they look poised to hang around in the top 10. It's just a matter of, we know once they get into the playoffs, they done 3rd round, possibly 2nd round.
Maybe they'll be the wild card.
A Daresville?
I would put them there. Because you remember last year they had a surprise win. You remember we all picked somebody else. And they had a surprise big win last year and surprised all of us. So I would definitely say they could be a wild card.
And I can't argue with you on that one. For me, though, it's just their region. They region play sucks.
Marika, don't do them like that, Marika.
I was trying to avoid that. I
thought Chris went 1A or something because they hadn't been heard from. Girl, I ain't heard from them.
Like they went on a flight to the Bermuda Triangle or something.
We were starting to have somebody go by there and see if the school was still up. Was the field still there? Like, did they just pack up and leave or what?
I heard nothing. Stevens County is number 10. Why? Because Honcho does not believe that they should be number 10 and that Chris County should.
Oh, Stevens County?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with Stevens County, here's my thing with Stevens County. We know they lost their quarterback. We know that for a fact. Dude had over 2,000 yards total offense. We know he gone. But you got your running back returning. You got a ton of experience from your young players from last season stepping up this year. One of the biggest questions is going to be if they're going to use this guy, Underwood, at quarterback to run the offense, or are they going to bring in somebody else? And it's that running back that's a rising junior that led the team in rushing as a sophomore. Is he going to break out as a junior? And then on defense, their defense is going to be young also, primarily juniors. But they got a ton of experience, but they got a lot of playing time from last year. So Stevens County got experience, number one. They're going to be young. It's just that quarterback spot is going to be the question. Because you're losing a quarterback that had, threw for over 1,800, ran for over 200. So that's going to be the biggest question mark is their quarterback play.
Compare Stevens and Chris. Marika asked.
Stevens here's the thing with Chris County. Here's my thing with Chris County. One.
Situation.
It all starts with the head coach at Chris County. And this is my honest assessment of Chris County. I've been saying it all last year. Head coach ain't the coach. That ain't the coach. So we know the coach. We know there's an issue at the coach. Then when you get down to key positions, you got a rising junior coming in at quarterback. The question is, who is he going to get the ball to this year? AJ Brown is gone. AJ is gone. Who is going to be your stud on offense? Or are you guys going to be able to spread the ball out? We don't know. Defense. We know you lost a lot on defense also. Your defense coming up is going to be young too.
Zoe said their defense is going to be way better though.
I'm not listening to Zoe because they say the same thing every year. Until you can come in here and give us an honest assessment of your team, then I hear what you're saying. But you come in with the same thing every year. This is our year. This is our year. But let's be real. Sophomore quarterback last year should have started the whole season, and that would have gave him a big jump, a big lead going into this year as a full-time starter. But y'all played 1, 2, 3. Y'all played 4 people at quarterback throughout the whole season. You should have just left the sophomore back there and let him grow. Deal with the growing pains.
Well, Al said earlier that he felt like the offense is suspect this year, but he said he felt like the defense will be, pretty much good for the team what they have right now.
So could you explain Fed that got watched got what are you saying? Please explain that to me. And we're gonna go back up to J-Bo's question too. He asked what are some of the key matchups y'all are looking forward to in AAA. But explain that to us though.
But yeah, Chris lost a lot of seniors on the offensive side of the ball. I just don't see it. And then you had a lot of people going too, and then you had a lot of your players going both ways at the same time. So therefore, you're losing a lot on defense, and you really didn't give your younger guys an opportunity to play as they should have.
Now they do have a stud player in that Barry Walker kid, so they do have some star power, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough, to carry the whole team.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. You need a key player. You need a key player at every level on the defense. Every defense, you got to have a key player at every level. You got to.
Well,
but I just don't see much coming from Chris County this year. I'm sorry, I don't.
No need to apologize.
I hope they can prove us wrong. I mean, I'm with Mike. I don't see it either. Didn't see it last year, but hopefully they can prove us wrong. Because
I hope they don't, because I don't want to hear that mouth. But can y'all answer J-Bo's question? What AAA matchups y'all looking forward to?
Oh, AAA game.
It got Region 1.
Well, here's my thing.
Thomasville, Carver, Columbus.
Yes,
that's one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see what it's gonna be like when Cedar Grove face Sandy Creek again after that debacle in the state championship game.
Yeah,
they might need to have heavy security for that game.
Yes,
and is that the onesie too?
Oh yeah, I ain't going to that one.
Yeah, stay the hell up out the onesie for that game. Somebody go live and let us watch it live.
Oh, you can watch it on the network.
Yeah, I have to watch it on the network because, no.
Because I'm gonna be too much into the game to be trying to strain that. I'm gonna tell you that now.
And I think you still want to see what that Monroe area and Oconee gonna look like. I think Stevens County will probably win the region this year, which they should have won last year. If they didn't, if I'm not mistaken, I think they did. But I think that Monroe area and Oconee is still gonna be an intriguing one.
Yeah, I was wondering about Monroe area myself. Like, did they fall off that hard from being like the number one team in the state to just?
Yeah, they ain't been the same since Peach knocked them out after number one spot in that playoff game that year.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't gonna lie, I do want to see the Savannah Christian and Calvary Day game.
Yeah,
I do kind of want to see that.
That would definitely be a game to watch.
That's gonna be a good one too.
Yeah, we talking about 3A versus 3A games. That's what I'm trying to stick to. To me, this is gonna be a good game to me. Carver, Atlanta, and Peach. That's gonna be a funny game to me.
I don't know if I want to go to that one either.
That's gonna be in Atlanta or in Peach?
Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't want to go up there either.
I might have to fly to that game.
Okay, we'll take your rental car.
Hey, you know what? This breaking one to make everybody think it's already been broken into.
Yeah, I wish I won't.
Yeah, no Hebron Christian ain't gonna be hitting no much this year. We already know that.
Because the quarterback left, right?
Yeah, went to Gainesville.
Okay.
I can ride with you on the Monroe and the Coney because that game always end up being good. But I still think, me personally, I'll take the Coney and Stevens County game though.
Okay. It won't be the show. Ooh, sis, you must not have seen this one. It won't be no home cooking like in Thomasville in the last few seconds. Okay.
Who said that sucks?
Yes, and then let's see what she's saying. We ain't have to do much cheating. Our JV would have still slaughtered Chris last year.
And Zoe said Carver cheated them last year.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Shakira must be tending to nephew because she didn't see that one.
Look, Courtney, I know it's funny, ain't it?
J-Bo said that's cap. He called you a liar, Zoe. Chris County, the boy is big on both sides of the ball. Okay.
How you know that, Huncho?
Man, City Grove Middle School would have beat Chris last year. She talking about hell. Crawford County probably would have beat Chris County last year.
No.
They're going too far. They're going too far.
Yeah. Oh. It probably would have been a tight game though.
It'll be a tight game.
I don't know if Crawford County can beat Fort Valley Middle School.
Shit, girl, what you talking about? Crawford County going to the playoffs?
They got 3 teams. Okay, this just in, guys. This is some kind of NFL adjacent news. I don't know if any of you all were following the trial of Travis Rudolph, who was accused of killing somebody. He was a former Florida State player. He was in the NFL, and his girlfriend sent her brothers to his house because he broke up with them, and he ended up shooting at them and killed one. He was found not guilty. So
good.
That's good.
So what's she gonna send him there for? Sis, take that loss and go on about your business.
If you had seen the video, I'm saying she was terrible. I mean, if he had shot her, I wouldn't have been mad. But yes, he was found not guilty, so that's good news. Okay, we can back to our regularly scheduled program. And if you all haven't seen or checked out what's going on with Travis Rudolph, y'all Google that.
All right, I'm not even going to entertain Zoe no more.
2A Thompson Bulldogs. Well, welcome to the podcast, Danielle. I don't know if you were on last week, but we highlighted the top 10 in 2A last week, and we said that Thompson was number 1. Just FYI, based on what we have right now. But thanks for checking in.
Welcome.
I'm laughing at J-Bo. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna entertain Zoe on that question.
J-Bo, make sure y'all put some protein in them cookies.
Yeah, they need to take her to try. I agree, Deshaun, because she basically got her brother killed. I mean, she was a terrible human being.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, sis, take your loss and go about your business, like for real. That was so ridiculous.
Don't ever, ladies, I don't know who's out there listening, but don't ever let a man tell you he don't want you more than one time. Okay? That's free game. Sis, you back?
I'll be like, deuces.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, I knew you weren't on here because you didn't see the thing. Let me put it up there. Deshaun said, well, I'll let you guess what he's talking about. Well, it won't be no home cooking like in Thomasville in the last few seconds.
Well, first of all, did he say in the last few seconds?
That's what he said.
I'm big on words. So if the last few seconds determined the game, you was already lost. That's a touchy game for me, and I try to not speak so much on it because of what transpired after the fact. But listen, we won. That's all, and that's it.
You heard
and
that?
I thank you.
You right, Courtney. It had to be. That good.
That meat was too good. Yes. And fellas, don't go to another man's house. You setting yourself up. You surely are. You are so right, Deshaun. You setting yourself up for what you got. And then you rolled in 3D with guns. What you thought he was gonna do?
Right. He had to defend himself.
I'm so glad. I mean, I really am really glad. And hopefully, he can maybe, work out or do whatever, and maybe he can land on an NFL roster. We hope that.
All right, Sean. Sound like you're starting to cry now.
Yeah.
You keep talking about the same thing.
Yeah, you gotta. It's hard, but you gotta.
When.
You gotta let it go. I understand because I can't. I think about that Peach County lost to Calhoun, and it hurt my heart. But I had to let it go. I still hate Calhoun, but I hated them before, so that's not why.
Let's take a commercial break on that one. Okay.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday and Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
All right. I know somebody asked the question earlier. What was Chris County record last year? They were 5-6, rolled into the playoffs 5-5.
Might be a repeat.
Oh, for sure.
Take that game was over. I don't know how y'all let Buddy split the safety and corner. Hell, take that flag.
Pretty much.
It is pretty much. So when do Carver and Thomasville play this year? What's the game? What's the date?
Oh, who play who?
Carver and Thomasville. I think that's a game I could.
Not sure, but both of the Columbus games are back to back.
Y'all have to drive to Columbus back to back, or
yeah, we got Columbus back to back.
October 6th.
I could probably make that one.
Go down south.
Yeah, I think I could do that one.
J-Bo said Monroe might beat Chris.
What?
Boy, if Chris don't make the playoffs, it's gonna be hilarious. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
it ain't gonna be hilarious because I'm gonna want my doggone Longhorns.
Nah, damn that. I'm dragging them through the mud.
But it will definitely. He might.
We ain't gonna hear from him again. It'll be next year by the time it'll be back on 2024.
But it probably didn't make it to the.
Zoe told him put your money on it. He told what kind to put his money on it.
This is what This is what I don't understand. And y'all explain this to me. Y'all don't like to vote on high school kids that don't know what they're gonna be doing in the next 5 minutes, much less what they're gonna do in a 48-minute game. You betting your check and your money on little kids. I just don't understand that. But it's your money. Oh, they say Oscar Thomasville said they coming with it. They coming. You hear sis earlier today. She said they coming.
She said one is for them to take. He talking about he knows spend it. Okay, so
okay,
you handing out money like that, honey. Let me
have a little bit. Don't ain't no bars. You make it to spend it my way.
Exactly.
I can, like Al gonna do the Fogo the show. How about you do 4 seasons? I've never been there. Let's try that one. Thanks. I appreciate it. Since you like to spend money and things.
But y'all gonna have these young boys and these young men evicted from their homes for not paying their rent.
It ain't even look, we 6 months from Christmas.
Yes, this ain't got nothing to do with, they offer. This ain't romantic, this is business.
Look, his twin already done bet at the lunch. Okay, big time. He said, "How I paid for no rent? You still got to pay them taxes."
Yeah. We don't want the county come knocking on the door.
Rika, I know that's right. Send me one too.
Mm-mm.
Y'all be looking forward to the next set of preseason rankings that'll be out next week.
Well, I ain't gonna say next week, but they should be out within the next 2 weeks for sure. But so we're coming out with 4A soon. So keep your eyes ready for that one. Again, I'd like to appreciate y'all tuning in, conversating with us today, keeping us entertained.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're expecting, who was that? Deshaun Hunter? Yeah, we're expecting big things out of sophomore quarterback this year.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think they've got their rhythm. Thomasville is going to be something to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he grew up last year, so he should be definitely ready this year.
Yeah, we might be slow, but we ain't stupid now.
I ain't slow either, but I get what you're saying.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yes, I am. I ain't gonna lie. I can be slow.
What's up, Larry?
Hey, Larry. What's going on? My house paid for no rent. Okay.
That's why I told him big money, big timer.
Let me
gotta
borrow
pay them taxes though.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
You if only you knew Marika. He's quite wild.
Girl. Wow, it's probably an understatement if you really knew.
Jeremy, hush. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Hush. Okay, I play Thomasville on October the 6th. I think I can shoot on over to Columbus. And depending, I might be able to shoot. Okay, yeah. I can shoot over to Columbus October the 6th.
Well, I'm going down to Carrollton in August. That's all I know.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. That Carrollton Langston game is gonna be. It's probably gonna be a feature game on GHSA for sure.
Man, that ain't gonna be on ESPN. What you talking about?
And it might be sold out. So I mean, like real.
But Carrollton got the stadium to hold everybody.
I've never seen that.
It's a nice facility. They have a nice facility.
But yeah, I'm heading down there for that one. What is it, August 18th? Yeah, something like that.
Arguably should be the best game in the state this year. When you got Prentice and Prentice Nolan against Juju, that's gonna be a good one.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
It's gonna be.
Should be a preview of the upcoming 6A state title game.
Mm-hmm.
Carrollton's
right? 6A team.
Carrollton's 7A.
7A, yeah.
7A.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll be talking more about that in the upcoming weeks. We've gotten through 3A, guys. So we've got 4 more classifications to do. Big Grove repping from VA. All right.
What's going on, y'all?
What part of VA?
Yeah, what part of VA?
Up by you, Auntie.
Oh, he in this area, DMV area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's my second favorite place that I.
Yeah, because he was supposed to came to met me at the game when we went up there. He ain't show up because he thought it was gonna rain.
I mean, if I could, I would definitely move to DMV. I love it. I'll be up there. My job is my central job is out of the DMV.
Maryland.
Yeah, it's actually out of Fredericksburg.
Oh,
so
okay.
every now and again, I'm gonna have to fly into DC to go down to Fredericksburg ever so often. Because that's my home base. So, I love it up there. I really do.
Look, my daughter been up here. It's her second week. And she loves it.
I know she does. I love it. Oh,
mm-hmm. She been hanging out, doing her thing. She loving it.
If I had the money, I would definitely live up there. Like,
yeah. If you're moving up here, stack your paper.
Definitely. I know that's right. So
hold on. I forgot. Oscar Miles, what team you represent?
Carver, Columbus.
Carver.
Deshaun Hunter. I don't know if anybody welcomed you, but welcome. And what team do you represent?
So here's my question for Oscar Miles, right? You got all this offensive skill, talent. Who's throwing the ball? Y'all still ain't told me that. Y'all still ain't told us yet who's throwing the ball.
They got two to choose from.
Yeah, see, we know who one of them is. We still trying to figure. We still waiting for them to drop a name on the second one. So we know one of them is what's his name? Mulligan? Who's the other one?
Okay, Deshaun is from Thomasville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we ready. Yeah, Deshaun, we ready to see that brother combo this season.
Dewey City. Oh, okay. I don't know what Dewey City is. I know the Rose City, but I ain't heard of Dewey City. But I'm gonna go with you.
Mm.
Yeah, October the 6th. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great game.
Okay, so some dude named Davis. Okay, because I'm sitting up here talking about these two quarterbacks. We know one of them is Mungan. Trying to figure out who the other one is. Y'all talking about?
J.D. Davis.
Okay.
Zoe say, man, Carver ain't good.
Baby.
He got to have some kind of input.
Ain't nobody good to him.
He ain't got much to say on his team, so he got to chime in on other stuff.
He could have the sweetest, moistest cake in the world, taste it and say it need more salt. That's just him. He gonna criticize. He's going to make sure that you're humble. Put it like that. He did say y'all were gonna win. He did say Cedar Grove was gonna win it all. J-Bo said go drink some milk.
Oh no, I ain't mad. No, so I'm not tripping on you on that. And I'm not even gonna speak on that because I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm not gonna speak about City Grove because I think everybody's in agreement on City Grove, and so I'm not gonna say nothing on that. All I'm saying is it's good to have y'all back. We can sit back and crack jokes on y'all now. You know, because we ain't really had no opportunity to crack on you because y'all was MIA throughout the whole season. You know, as we tell you, win or lose, represent your team.
You know our motto, bet not lose.
Zoe, Deshaun said you need to keep your insurance paid because you're going to be at the hospital or some funeral betting on Chris County.
And that's from a funeral home, man.
That's what the mortician said. I didn't say it. Sandy Creek's coach retired, I think, J-Bo.
Yeah, he did. So he say.
We were hurt up. Yeah, okay. So were we in 2021, but that didn't make a difference, did it?
Man, that joker grabbed that. That joker snatched that trophy and ran.
Let me go out on top. He said he know what to bet on. Okay.
Yeah, Sandy Creek coach, boy, I tell you, that joker snatched that joker and ran with the quickness.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Did he finish out the year? He probably retired in.
Man, that joker retired in December.
I know he did.
About a week later, he was gone.
My mama did too. She got to teach that English class. She went up to the HR department. She said, "Will my money change if I leave in December or May?" They said, "No, ma'am." She said, "I'm out."
Well, you know why that man left. That man knew he had to come back to the ones the next year after that crazy stuff happened in the championship game. So he was getting out of there.
Oh, yeah. Y'all got beat by a bunch of preachers and choir members. So they had the blood of Jesus. What's wrong with that?
I'm looking at their new coach that they got, Darius Smiley. He didn't do too much at Central Carrollton.
Are we getting challenged? Are we getting challenged after that game? I don't know who's on your schedule.
What game you talking about, Deshaun?
He's talking about Thomasville and Carver Columbus.
After that question, Jess, you or Shane close us out.
Okay.
What he mean challenge after that game? That's probably the toughest game that's going to be in that region.
So let me see if I can rephrase your question, Deshaun. So you're saying after we beat Carver Columbus, do we have any other challenges until the playoffs?
Oh, okay.
That's what you're saying.
Replay is only in the state championship game. That's the only game that's going to have replays right now.
Yes.
They're going to do a test. They're going to do a test run with it. It's either in the Corky Kell Classic or at the McKeachin. I think it's McKeachin. It's either one of those two. They're going to do a test run, but for the most part, it's going to be in the state championship games only.
And it's back at the doggone Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah, it's back at the Benz Stadium. And that's what people were saying, that it needed to be at all of them, but everybody is logistically it's impossible.
Impossible.
We already got a ref shortage. You know we ain't gonna be able to.
Not only that, every stadium is not built for that.
It's not equipped for
right.
Yeah. I want to
cover that cost.
I want to see Twiggs County High School, Crawford County High School. They're not going to be able to implement that type of stuff.
Who's going to cover that cost?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I already know the cap.
We already know Robert Hines ain't finna do it.
And we know the cap got to split everything already.
The Cap County ain't finna spend that money.
Mm-mm. So yeah, it's not gonna work. But you already know the Benz has the technology. So.
And it is definitely needed in the state championship game, because that game in itself is, the important game.
And I understand what they're saying, because you can lose a pivotal game and not make that state championship game because of a bad call. But when you look at that, you don't hear about it. You hear about it from the fans. But when you're in that dome or Georgia Panther Stadium these last couple of years, and everybody in the state got their eyes focused on high school football championship, everybody get to see it. And so it's widely talked about. They had to do something about it.
Yeah, because when they got put the ESPN and all those major networks, they had to answer to it.
Yeah. Because what I'm saying is, if Crawford County and Lamar County is playing a game on a Friday and Crawford get cheated on a bad call or missed call or whatever, who's going to hear about that besides Crawford County and Lamar County? But that Sandy Creek, Cedar Grove game, that Peach County, Calhoun game, like this stuff was nationally televised all over. They got recognition from ESPN and whatnot. So, yeah, they got to do something about that.
Yeah. And I think they will. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It just wouldn't work otherwise.
Okay, good people. Thank all the people from coming out here and supporting us. These numbers have been magnificent tonight. So appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you guys tuning in.
Thank you so much. We have definitely missed you. Please, we will be back. So don't think this is just a shot in the dark. We will be back, and we have other previews to do. So y'all make sure that y'all come back, and we have enjoyed talking to you guys. And bring a friend. Let them know that we're going to be discussing 4A soon, and we can discuss anything y'all want to as well. And before I go, I just want the podcast members, let me switch to basketball a little bit. Let me ask y'all who y'all got tonight, Miami or Denver?
Miami Heat.
Miami.
Okay.
I'm not a basketball fan.
Yeah, it's like Miami.
I'm straight football. I'm sorry. I'm straight football. I don't watch no basketball, nothing.
Yeah, the Heat is destined this year to win. Hey, real quick before we go, also, shout out to Zoe Hill, what he just said. You know, Sandy Creek won everything last year. How we let that happen? That's why I got Sandy Creek ranked number 3, though, because you ain't got that kind of talent to win track, basketball, and football walking through your halls, and you ain't gonna get them on the field regardless of what kind of talent you lost. Yeah.
So, kudos, Sandy Creek.
See you. Good night, Mr. Robert. Big up, J-Bo.
Yeah.
And Fayetteville is a nice place to live. So if you see some people transferring in, don't be surprised.
Right.
And appreciate y'all good folks for these stars. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Appreciate you.
Stars, donations you're providing. We thank you guys. Continue to support, like, share. We're also on Instagram. We're on YouTube. So like and share the podcast, put it out there so others can see and come join us. We want to see all areas of Georgia high school football, represented. So we're not just representing Middle Georgia. We want South Georgia, North Georgia also to come join in.
Yes. So with that said, y'all have a good night, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace up, A-Town.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment, and Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi.
I had to go see a man about a meeting.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose.
And you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.